Pregame.com.
We got a Pac-12 best bet from Bryan Leonard. Welcome to Pregame.tv. It's USC at Colorado on Thursday night. Tip-off time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. This game can be seen on ESPNU. The Colorado Buffaloes lay at 8.5 points over USC. And Bryan, the answer to the question is Baylor on a neutral floor, at Wyoming, home Colorado State, at Kansas, at Arizona State. The question, there were 36 teams to receive a top 25 vote this week. How does a team that didn't receive a top 25 vote rank 7th in the RPI? I just mentioned the schedule. Colorado has played a nasty schedule. Now they come home. They may be ready to start making us some money.
Yeah, to me, this is a great scheduling spot because let me bring up what's happened in the last couple games for Colorado. They play at Arizona. At the time, I believe they were ranked 3rd in the country. They're winning that game. They hit a 3-pointer at the buzzer. Referee says, okay, it's good. Then everybody runs off the court. Then they watch it, and they call everybody back on and said it wasn't good. But in reality, it was good. It was similar to the touchdown in the Green Bay-Seattle game. So here you got a team who thinks they beat a top 5 team on the road for the first time in 4 decades. They took the win away from them. They're shell-shocked. They lose in overtime. Then they play Arizona State. Arizona State, a young team. It was a game that they even talked about that they needed to come out, and this was their statement game. Colorado's still shocked. They go off to like a 17-4 lead, and then they collapse. Yep. Now they're coming back home. They're rested. They're playing on an undefeated home court. They got something to prove here, and they're going against a USC team who plays good defense, but they can't even make their own shot. I mean, they've got nobody that can create a shot on that team, and Colorado's got a good offensive team.
I've been waiting for O'Neal to get dumped at USC for almost as long as he's been there. It's a boring brand of basketball. It's a 500, just 50-50 brand of basketball as far as straight-up records are concerned for the most part. They don't put any butts in the seats at USC because it is a boring brand of basketball, which is too bad because he's got some decent athletes. This team's got some size to it also, but you're not going to intimidate the Buffaloes on the blocks. The Buffaloes have some big bodies. Marco, I think this tempo that Kevin O'Neal is going to employ is going to, again, really hurt and hamper their athleticism. It's an athletic team that he doesn't let go out and play basketball.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, and actually last week when we finished the videos, we were at, a watering hole having, dinner.
Water.
Yeah. And, we were talking about the USC game, and I said to you, Bryan, I said, I do the betting first look every morning, so I'm looking and I'm studying the line moves from the, overnight, what's happening. And it's almost every week, for some reason, somebody is jumping on Southern Cal. They were betting. This team always gets that initial flash on the board, and it's like, and they're not winning. Why are they doing it? And I joked last week. I said Thursday night. I said, Bryan, this was the first time that I saw the money go the other way. They bet against Southern Cal. I said, finally, I guess the wise guys got wise and said enough of this. And I said, watch Southern Cal cover tonight. And what did they do? They go out and they win. Right? They beat Stanford. It's like then they went back to their normal self on Saturday. So, this is a team that I cannot figure out at all. If you look at statistically, and like you said, defense, this team's unbelievable, what they hold the opponents to shooting the ball. You would think they would play better basketball and be winning some games, but they can't. And I think you hit the nail on the head, that maybe this hard-nosed defense is hampering. Let them get out in transition and get away from this half-court game.
It's an ugly brand of basketball, and I think half the reason they're so good on defense is because they can't score on offense. Seriously, it's one of those things. Sometimes you'll see a team that hits 47% of their shots, but still holds the opposition to 59 points a game. This isn't one of those teams. Bryan, this one's your best bet.
Yeah, you're going to have USC who's going to have to put some points on the board here. They're going against a Colorado team with a lot of great athletes. I just don't see it. USC looks decent when they're playing non-conference games, but now they're playing teams that know their defense. They play against that defense every year twice. And it's going to be tough for them to win some games in the conference here. Colorado's making a statement in this game. I got to believe it. The line 8.5 in this game currently, for the last time I saw it, I think they win this game easily by double digits, 14, 15 points. It's a statement game for Colorado, just the opposite of what it was against Arizona State the last time they got on the field. So I'll take Colorado to lay the points here.
I'll go with you. You talked me into it. I'm on Colorado also. When we come back, more Bryan Leonard. He's got a free pick in Friday Night NBA, the Thunder, and those amazing Lakers. Stick around for more at pregame.tv.